Alaska here. Just an update for you. I know it's been a while since I posted any content, and I apologize. Last summer was just a very, very busy summer for me. So Bazelles for sure keep me very, very busy. Thank you all so much for the orders. I really appreciate it. Kind of keeps me going to get more material to continue to make them as people need them. So I think I underestimated the amount of people that really wanted those things or needed replacements. So again, thanks for your support, man. Give me some feedback. Let me know how they're working for you, or if they're not working for you. So just kind of curious how they're holding up. The other thing that chewed up a lot of time is I decided to break around on my shop. Really frustrated, just because I'm limited what I can do, especially in the winter. So I'm relegated to the inside work, and the two-car garage here is not high enough, wide enough, long enough to get the truck in and do the things I need to do in here. And you'll see in the video here that I have that long bed frame with the front section of the Mega Cab frame, and it's about 22 feet long, and it has to be put in here diagonally to make room, and there's not a lot of room to walk around the edges to get around and do some work. So let's see what else. Behind me, you got the dash. So that is the last piece of the interior that I need to do for the color change. So I'll take advantage of some of the winter time here in the garage and hopefully get that all finished up. And then the interior will basically be completely done, just ready to be installed once we're at that point with the truck. Been messing around with some other little things when I get the time. I did create these. I know people had asked about the Mega Cab badge, so I made some duplicates of those. If anybody's interested, I don't have anything posted for sale or anything yet or how much, but I'm probably gonna maybe see about coloring the interior letters there. Bit of gray. You can do, just about any quest or any color. And then for the long bed Mega Cab folks, did that one. So still kind of polishing this one up to get it where I need to be to make copies. But so just little things. Also took some of the 3rd gen letters off the trucks, and I came up with made a G56 for those who are definitely into the manuals like I am, and then also took those same letters and made an LBMC letters that you might be able to purchase here down the road and put them on your truck if you're interested. So anyway, so the video. So I do kind of maybe repeat myself a couple times in the video here with the frames, just kind of talking about the modular sections and what I'm doing, and I apologize. But anyway, this is where we're at. And enjoy the video. Getting ready to pull this thing off the trailer and start on part number 2. Let's see. So you can see here, the guy I bought this from, he said, yeah, the frame is fine except for the back where a guy moved around the skid steer. Well, that's fine. We don't need it. Pretty good truck. I'm pretty happy with it. Got all hooked up and ready to go. Just gonna pull it off the trailer and get the body off and start on the framework. So anyway, I only had a couple screenshots for you. Yeah, we'll zoom around all the extra parts. All right, there's the other one. Like I said, got plans for that one. So this is the 05 long bed frame. Pretty rusty, especially on the back half. After that, it ain't bad. Really cleans up after that. But this is one thing we're going to tackle that hopefully is helpful, is these. So different frame style body mounts. Okay folks, here we are. As you saw the truck before we had it on the trailer, we have it now off the trailer. And we're just gonna start working on pulling the body off and going back just like the last truck, working on the same thing. So simple process, a lot less work here since a lot of the stuff's already been removed before I got it. If you're wondering what these are actually pallet racks. I got these from a buddy of mine, and before I was using a steel A-frame to lift the body and everything else off and all the other components, but this one's really nice and tall, much lighter to move around from what I was using before, so that'll be pretty easy. So anyway, let's get the body off and we'll continue our journey. So here's an overview of the 05 frame. Like I said, it was rusty. Got a lot of cleanup to do on this thing, so I can get it all painted and cleaned up. Anyway, let's take a look at the differences here. So body mounts are different than the 06. Here is a body mount from my 09, and all the way down to the 06s are the exactly same as this. And you can see the difference here where these actually bolt in and these just sit in there and bolt down. The difference between this mount and the later model is just the height difference. So you're about 3/8 of an inch taller with the way this was manufactured. So all I'm gonna do to fix this is I'm gonna obviously widen out that hole a little bit. I'll have to get some plate, just about 3/8 of an inch. I'll end up welding it on there, run my holes through, and then I can screw that thing right on there just like the other 06 version or in later. The only big thing with these is just you got to make sure that your center line for your mount is exactly where it needs to be, or darn close. There's actually not a ton of play in body mounts or even bed mounts, because you can see how bed mounts are solid. So anyway, that's the only real big thing you got to do right there as far as taking care of that. Just measuring your differences, make sure you keep your on center. The big difference here for this 05 frame, being a single cab is my only guess, is, these frames are all modular. So when we're making our cuts to make the long beds, generally what you'll see with a quad cab long bed truck is that you won't have the cutout modular piece right here. Okay, that will be a solid piece which went into the frame, and the C channel, the C shape, that was in the opposite direction on the cab side. Now because of that, what I have is with the 06, the cup goes this way, and of course these two won't slide into each other because they're both extended sections. So I have my full 26 inches here because I've cut off the front half of the frame. What I'm gonna do with this one is I'm gonna have to cut back 4 inches to get rid of the extended portion of the frame here. And I will have to take 4 inches probably from another frame here. Take 4 inches off here, and I'll just bevel all the way around on both pieces and weld it solid. But also what I'll do, I'll take another 4-inch piece, cut it down to fit inside just like a smaller section here is. And I'll run it through in both directions, drill some holes, plug weld those around on both sides, and then I'll put the frame butted up to that one and weld it up tight there for that section that I need to add on. So here is the Mega Cab section of the frame. So here's the rear section, and that C shape right there is where our long bed frame will slide into the cab section. So you can see how that has the C facing to the rear, where the frame section slides into it, and then you have a solid piece, no C-shaped piece here like we do on the 05, single cab. In the garage here, 2-car garage. You can see exactly how long a truck frame is on a long bed Meg cab. So here we got the 05 long bed frame and then the 06 mega cab that we were working on earlier. I had an issue where this long bed section off that regular cab had a slightly different configuration, where the big seam here was kind of opposite how they normally are. So I don't have enough room. It ain't long enough from this back corner here to here. What I decided to do is I went ahead and decided to keep this. So this here on this portion of the mega cab is where you would normally make your frame cut for the splice and then slide that end all the way in there. But obviously that's going to be too short. So I did want to leave the carrier bearing mount there and not mess with it. So what I did is I cut it back a little bit long here on this end, trimmed it up, and then I made some inserts here, and I'm going to plug weld on the outside of it, and then I will cut this side back down over here as well to match for my distance, slide it over the tubes, plug weld both sides, and then I'm beveling these at 45 so I can weld the solid seam all the way around. I'm just going to do that to both sides, and that's how we'll connect the frame. Again, lots of different options you can do. Not the preferred method, but this is what I have, so this is what I'm going to work with now. So right now, we got the 2 sections of frame. Don't have them completely cut down on the long bed half of it to the exact measurement before I start welding it up to make one frame. But I got a lot of cleanup left to do on that long bed, the long bed frame. A lot of rust, and kind of wait until spring before I start back up on that, just because I got a lot of wire wheeling and sanding and grinding just to get all the scale off and get it all cleaned up so I can seal it. But also want to use my pressure washer in the spring to help just wash everything out, and then I'll probably end up sealing everything with maybe that Eastwood or whatever the heck that sealer is. Thanks for watching.